Hello guys, welcome back. We have a third generation ersin hybrid here with a 1000-watt motor on it. We're going to show you a few little tricks of how to tighten the rear spokes. This bike's done about 3,000 miles and it's got an upgraded screen and the rear wheel's been changed, the tyres been changed quite a few times. So if you come closer over here, I'm going to show you what you should look out for. So when you're riding the bike, as you know, obviously you're sitting there, there's a weight there, there's all the weight here. So all the weight is actually channeled to the rear tyre. So the rear wheel will carry most of the weight. So most likely you only need to do this on the rear wheel. So if you're hearing noises when you're riding the bike, such as these, if you hear any creaking noise or anything like that, that's your spokes. It just means it needs tightening. When it's tightened and they're a bit more firm, they don't do it as much. So what it is also, I'd recommend checking the rear tire pressure once a week at least. If you check it once a week and the tire pressure is optimal, you're less likely to have your spokes doing the suspension work of moving back and forth like this. So they will last longer and you won't need to do this as frequently. So we're just going to start with where you pump it up. We're going to go all the way around, tighten them all and come back to here. So next one is this one. We're going to put it here. You're going to just put the spokes key on it. Where is it? Like that. That's a size 12 spoke here. And you're going to just go clockwise and feel the tightness by your hand like that. So when you do a few like this, roughly the same pressure on your hand, you kind of feel which one is tight, which one is looser. You just have to make sure that there's quite a bit of resistance on it when you're trying to turn it with just a hand. And they should roughly be all the same sort of tightness. So we're just gonna do it all the way around like this. This one's a bit more looser than the rest. This bike had this done about 3 times so far already in the past. We're just gonna basically go all the way around, feel the pressure on the nipples like that of each one. That should do the trick. See, this one was a bit more looser than the rest of them because we use a very large spokes and they're very chunky compared to any other bike out there. These are motorcycle grade ones. They don't break as easy. They just get loose. So when you hit a bump or a pot or anything like that, you hit something, a little ditch or somewhere, these either break or they loosen up. So in the instance of these ones, where they're so big, they don't break, they just loosen up, and you just have to tighten them like this every now and then, and that's it. There you go. Almost there, we're halfway through. Just gonna go all the way like this. This one's tight. Most of these ones are really tight actually, it's not that bad. And also, because the spokes are so thick on these ones, when you do it roughly the same resistance load, this one's really tight here, roughly the same tightness by hand like this, it kind of trues itself, so you don't have to worry about trying to balance the rear wheel after doing it with these. These are so thick, if they're roughly the same tightness all the way around, this wheel will be dead straight. Obviously there is a tolerance with these as well, minimum and maximum. So if you just do these as best as you could, it will be within the tolerance. A little wobble should be okay, not too much. But sometimes you check it from the side of the tire, it looks wobbly, but the rim is not, because the tire can be on the side. So the best way to check it is not the tire, but against the rim. So what we're gonna do, okay, we're back to here. We went all the way around, come back, made them roughly the same thick tightness. Gonna turn the wheel. As you can see, the tire looks a bit like that, but that's the tire. But what you do, you need to put your hand against, well, I'd say use this, don't use your hand like me. Get something like this. You don't have to do this part, I'm just doing this part to show you guys. cut it roughly there, and you're gonna put that against the rim, not the tire, the rim, and you spin it and you look at the distance between the rim and the edge of this, so you just leave a little gap there, and then you can tell how much movement there is on the rear tire, and there are hardly any, which is fantastic. So this is done. So if you hear any creaking noise or anything like that on the rear wheel, and it sounds creaking like that as you're riding it, obviously when you hit the throttle while you're holding the rear wheel in the air, you will not hear it. When you walk it along, you won't. But once you're seated here and you're going throttle or pedal, you will definitely hear it. Especially when you're pedaling, you will hear it more, because when you're pedaling, your body's going left to right here. When it's going left to right, all the weight goes like this. But when that happens, these move a lot more. So when they move a lot more, they creak a lot more, like this. So it's like a door creak. You'd get something like that. But yeah, this one is perfectly good. So that's how you tighten your spokes. These are about, you found on Amazon for £4 or for £5. It has all the sizes. The rear wheel with this size forks is size 12. And some of them are size 13 we use. The newer models are size 13, which is much better. And the front ones are a little bit more thinner, as they're just the standard ones. So that's it. I've got nothing else to say. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We will be making more videos of maintenance and stuff like that, so you can have your bike lasting this long. This one's obviously done over 3,000 miles. Hopefully we'll get them up to 5, 6, 7,000 miles. So as long as we keep it maintained and do these little things, you will not have big problems. But the biggest thing you should always keep an eye on is the pressure of the rear tire and the pressure of the front tire. You should pump them once a week. The bike will have more range because it will be flowing better, it will be going better, so your battery would last longer between every charge. And also your spokes won't need as tightening, because the tire will take all the pressure off it. So every time you go and you hit something, let's say a ditch, there's the tire and the pressure in the tire that takes the most of the hit or the bang, let's say. After that, it's going to be the spokes doing some of the cushioning for you. After that, it's going to be the seat and the rest of them. So keep the tires pumped up, and if you're hearing creaking noise or something like that, this is all you got to do, and then that should be it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.